Everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Kingdoms Reborn. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We're back here on Salt Reef, and we just completed the Agricultural Revolution technology, which granted us the granary. So we're going to go ahead and plop one of these guys in. Food storage plus 25% productivity to surrounding food producers. Not specifically farms, but all food producers. So that means it's going to benefit our two fisheries when we place it right in here. Well, I guess just the one because it can't quite reach the other one. But this is the spot where I wanted to put that granary, and we're going to go ahead and put it down. Really helped to get those two houses out of there. Give us a little bit of extra space for some two really important pieces. So that little extra storage yard there. And then, of course, the granary we just put in. A couple immigrants here. Let's go ahead and go for a frugality book. And then, of course, 3 immigrants. So we're looking at 76 out of 80 population. We did build a couple more houses over in here, but we're kind of pushing the limits to where we have land space. So what I'm kind of thinking is we have this forester here right now, and I want to utilize all of this tree space for trees and keep this forester running down here for a while at least. On this side of the world, I want to put more farms in here as the demand increases. So that's what I want to do on this side. So I don't want to keep filling in houses over there. But on the north side over here, we do have this farm that says houses are too far. And that's going to happen here when we're, of course, too far from houses. And the warning really is just because the efficiency is going to be lower because the workers have to go so much further. So what we're going to do is I would like to purchase some more land. So we have enough coins right now to purchase these 2 plots of land. So we're going to go ahead and get the forest province here and the forest province here. Next up, hopefully in this episode we can get there, we do need an additional 2,195 coins. I would like to get over here and get this cannabis going for us. There's a little itty bitty spot right here, and that's going to be the only place that we can grow cannabis on fertile land. So we'll have to see if we can grow it elsewhere. I think we can, but we'll see. We have these 2 other AI villages right here, and we have to have the foreign relation tech to engage in diplomacy with these. And I'm not sure if we can annex these at all or what the deal is with these. I think they're relatively new since I've really played Kingdoms Reborn last. So we'll have to check those out in the future. But coming back over in here, now we have a good spot to put in a couple more homes. So we're going to go ahead and hide the trees in the bushes. You can also do that with Control T is the hotkey for that. We can see here we have a little bit of rocks. We have plenty of trees, of course, and a couple of animals running around. But we do need to have the houses. Let's do the houses first. And what I think I'm going to do is we will take advantage of this little mountainy area right here. And I'm going to bring this about there. And we're going to go up here. And we're going to work our houses in this space. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're also probably going to do a couple of farms over in here to increase our food production. We're a little bit low right now, so I'm going to slow down the game just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some farms in there, and then I will put some houses over in this space. All right, we got our farms put in, and we got a bunch of houses put in here. So I did 3 rows of 6, so 18 more houses on the way. And then we also have our little tavern right here to benefit the houses that are right over here. Now, we're doing pretty great with our medicinal herbs. We're producing about plus 300, so that's really great. And remember, we were having difficulties with that for a little while because of the jungle province right here that we purchased, increasing the disease frequency to plus 3 per year. Now, these other 2 that we just purchased are going to increase the disease frequency as well. So we'll have to keep our eyes on the medicinal herbs. And if we have to adjust, we will adjust for some more. But in the meantime, we have wheat in all these farms and get a little bit more of that coming in. And we are probably going to have to build another brewery to keep up with the demand that we'll have for more beer up here. But for now, we're doing really great with it. We have 243 in stock. We're looking really great with beer for now. So that's something that we may have to add pretty soon. And then we'll see how these couple more farms do in the next season as far as food production goes. And then if it's not quite enough, we are going to have to fill in some more farms in here, like I mentioned, and we'll just continue to go that way, and we'll do that. Now, up over in here, we probably want to have our own source of wood coming in. So we don't have to quite bring it so far down south there. So let's go ahead and go grab our forestry. I'm going to go ahead and turn the trees off again just so that we can see what's going on. And we're going to kind of bring this guy over in here. I want to keep the space on the right for homes. So let's kind of go over here with this, and then we will be able to utilize a good chunk of this land for trees. You know what? Maybe we'll go up a little bit further. We'll go about right here. We still should be close enough to be in range of those houses. so the efficiency will be all right. But let's go ahead and we'll plop this guy down right there. Okay, great. And then, of course, we have to build our road to tie it in. And we don't yet have any storage solutions over here. So we're going to have to add that in. Let's go ahead and put a storage yard. BY is the hotkey. I will put that guy right in there, and that'll be great. So this will be a nice centrally kind of storage area space for that, this little neighborhood. And we also need to start a new technology. So we did get the agricultural revolution, I mentioned that. What I would like to work towards is this guy right here, the warehouse. I like the warehouses a lot in this game. I feel like they're way better than the storage yards. So I want to get these guys pretty quickly. So let's go ahead. We're going to work towards there. So in order to get to the logistics 3, we need to follow this. We need to have logistics 2. Makes sense? And in order for logistics 2, we need logistics 1. We should have enough to instantly get this. Yes, we do. Great. And so let's begin logistics 2. Logistics 1 gave us hauling service. Workers use carts to haul resources to fill building inputs or clear building outputs. So let's go ahead and we'll buy a hauling service card. And we'll bring it on down over in here. And we have our little kind of industrial-y area right in here. So it would make sense, of course, to bring this guy about in here and utilize as much of that space as we can for the haulers. All right, and then our builders will get up over in here and we'll get this stuff built up over time here. We should have plenty of laborers still. Let's see. No, we got 29 builders, but no laborers. It's because we've got stuff to build. So we're going to go ahead and get that stuff started. And then, of course, we do have our speed boost that we need to utilize. So let's go ahead and hit our fisheries right there. And how are we doing on coal? Great. We're doing awesome on coal. But look at this. Our stone tools are kind of taking a little bit of a hit. So we are going to need to build another stone tool shop. Let's boost this one in the meantime. So we'll go ahead and grab our wild cards. It's so nice to have some wild cards. So let's go ahead and go stone tool. What I really probably should be doing is not using the wild cards and just finding the buildings I want to create in order to save those wild cards. But this is what we're doing for now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm thinking about, I don't know. I want some of this area to be a little bit of industrial stuff. But I do want a lot of this to be utilized for the forester. So it looks like we could maybe tuck down over in here. So let's go ahead and we'll do that at that stone tool workshop. And then we'll get that thing placed right there. Looks like our granary is completed over here. Excellent. And this is a storage space as well. So what we could do, like we have over here, once this one gets built, surprise, this one's not done yet. We could ban the storage yard here from taking in any foods, and then we would only be utilizing the granary for foods. It looks like for the most part that's kind of what's happened with this one anyways. We do have one papaya in here, but rest is coal, iron, and medicinal herbs. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. All right, we got our hauling services all good to go. You can see here we have 3 workers working, and then we can upgrade +2 worker slots for about 1,400 gold. So we'll do that eventually, but not for a while yet. Year 7 summary. Now this seems new. Population increase of -4. Not great. We had died or left. Old age. Died of old age 4. The revenue increase is -22. That's unfortunate. And then we have a science point production increase of +3. So kind of a neat little summary there. That's a new thing. I like that a lot. It gives you a quick little snapshot of what's happening with your town. So part of that was saying we were losing some people over time to old age. So what I think I'm gonna do, we do have an immigrant office here. So I think we'll turn this back on. We're doing all right with workers right now, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal. We'll get that filled in pretty quickly. This thing is, the beer brewery is now calling for input, which means it needs some wheat. Yeah, and as you can see here, our food count is not enough with this little farm that we have going on over in here. So what we're gonna have to do is put in a couple more farms. That's what I'll do over here and here right now. All right, we got a couple more farms on the way here. 5 of them. These are all gonna be wheat, and we'll see if we need to do anything else with those later. I did grab a couple more cards to build up north here. A hunting lodge in a beer brewery. We have lots of critters running around, so we should be able to take advantage of those guys. I'm going to go ahead and put our hunting lodge up over in this area so that we highlight those animals. You can see there that they have gained a kind of a blue aura around them. That's great. That's what we want to have. So we're going to go ahead and get our hunting lodge right there. And then let's go ahead and get our beer brewery in here as well. And this does have that negative effect on houses, so we have to be a little bit conscious of where we're going to put that. And we'll go ahead and we'll plop that down right there. Food reserve is low. We know that. Hopefully these steps are going to be sufficient to deal with that. I will probably continue to fill in farms over here. I also wouldn't mind putting in a couple more fisheries on this side of the world as well. I tried to get one in here, but it didn't quite fit. It would have been a nice spot for it. But we also have the granary coming in over in here. And I was thinking that this little area right here would be a good spot for a windmill when we get to that point. We aren't quite there yet. We got a little ways to go, so we can't quite do it just yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for it. And hopefully here with the addition of these farms, we will still have enough workers to have a couple extra, the builders and laborers. So right now it says we have builders of 11 and we are short workers, and that's going to be 2, 4, 6 additional. So we should be great. We should have about 6 labor builders left. So that'll be excellent. And then if we can get a couple immigrants coming in with our immigration office, then we'll be looking really great. That'll be nice to have that stuff happening as well. And I think what we should be able to do now, we have a couple more stone bits. Let's try and do a little bit more of the upgrading of the stone insulation. Now, I got a couple over here. We got 4. We have these 4 here that we upgraded already. That's saying our tool count was low. Something else that we knew already. So we're working on that as well. So what you can do, instead of clicking all of these individually, if you have the resources, you can hold left shift and click this, and it will complete this upgrade for all of the buildings, so long as you have the resources to do so. Currently, with each of these buildings requiring 20 stone for the insulation, we're just not going to have enough. We only have 100 stone right now. So I'm just going to slowly go and upgrade those as time goes on here. And we mentioned that a little bit in the last episode as well. We could do some trading for some more stone for better upgrades. That might be something that we want to do soon. I'm looking here at our technologies, and we were kind of in the midst of researching logistics too. We have 900 points right now. And I'm thinking about it, and since we're low on stone tools, but we do have a good amount of iron ore already, I think we should work towards iron working before we get to the warehouse. We have the storage yards right now, and that'll work just fine for temporarily. So what I think we'll do, let's go for pottery, and then that'll get done here in a second. And then let's go for iron working, and we get that right away as well. So this guy is going to give us the smelter, and then we have plus 30% wood harvesting yield as a bonus, which is pretty great. And then with the next thing we should probably research is going to be, we probably want to get into the brickworks. Eventually here, we're going to be getting to the point where we aren't going to be able to build future buildings without these bricks. So we should get on top of that. So let's go ahead and get that on our way. Potter card, I'm not going to do this just yet. Iron smelter, however, yes, I do want you. So let's go ahead and we'll grab our iron smelter, and it looks like this will work fantastically right there. And let's go ahead and we'll get that down. We have our iron mine right here, and then we are having a coal burner right here. So we're getting the materials, the coal, that we're going to be using to smelt our iron into iron ingots, and then we can utilize those for future things. Hopefully we can get into some more better tooling here. Currently we only have stone tool shop. Let's see if we can find, here's the blacksmith. So that's going to be where the iron tools are going to be. Yeah, forged tools from iron bars and wood. So the brickworks was the proper choice right there, and shortly we'll be able to have that completed, and then we will work towards the blacksmith. And then I think that's just going to be a better use of the resources that we have going on right now than going for the warehouse. All right, we are looking really good with our food count right now. We are about plus 300, so that's awesome. I did put in a few more farms over in here, just to keep on top of that a little bit more. But I did notice we have a ton of extra wood, so I kind of want to find some upgrades that we can use that wood for. And we saw some over here in the fishing lodge. Upgrade improved boat, so that's plus 20% productivity. This is of course going to help us maintain our food income. This is only going to require 169 wood and 1 upgrade point per fishing lodge, because I'm going to hold shift and upgrade both of these at the same time. Upgraded improved boats on 2 fishing lodges. That's excellent. We are also having a little bit of a storage problem, and I'm hoping that if I use up some of this wood, then it will help a little bit with our storage issue. But it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of buildings around town that are utilizing wood to do the upgrades. But it looks like we got a couple of our foresters here, so this is going to be ×3 all of these, so this should handle a good amount of our wood, or all of it. So we got 34 wood left. Hopefully I didn't just screw us over by burning all of our wood up. especially in the middle of the winter time here. But we are doing pretty great with coal, so I think we'll be all right. We still need to have the forest town upgrade here. This says gain plus 10, 20, or 30% productivity if the city has 2, 4, or 8 foresters. We're currently sitting at 3, so we would have the plus 10% productivity. 100 people call our city home. Awesome. So we have the sustainability book, frugality book, or productivity book. We're going to go ahead and let's go with the productivity book right now. We'll get that guy. And then I think I'm going to throw this in the beer brewery just so we get a little bit more beer on the way. And here's our year 8 summary. So let's see what we changed. -2 population. Interesting. And that's old age. So we have a revenue increase of 58 and then a science production increase of plus 34. So these are at least heading in the right direction. I'm not sure how we hit a population high of 100 when the year increase was -2. So kind of not, I don't know, something seems weird about that. But we have 101 people now, so we're looking pretty good. We have 144 space, so we're doing awesome with our housing situation right now. Food just had a little bit of a warning up here. Food reserves is low. And it looks like, yeah, we're getting pretty tight again there. So hopefully once these are completed and we get some workers started over here, it'll fix up a little bit better. I have this stupid farm right here because that's kind of how my roadways worked out. If you're wondering why the heck I did it like that, I'm just trying to take advantage of all the space. These are all going to be wheat over in here. Something we should maybe look at is if we go back to our upgrades tree, which we haven't been in here for a little while, we do have cabbages. When in our settlement survival, we learned that certain seeds do better with certain weather conditions. And I'm wondering if that is a similar case here with wheat versus cabbage, but I'm not seeing any temperature data for anything here. Let's go ahead and do a sustainability book. And let's see. Yeah, I just want to take a quick look and we'll see if there's anything about the temperature. Fertility, but nothing about temperature. So that's apparently something we don't really need to worry about in this game. So that's excellent. Beer brewery is waiting on wheat. Yeah, we're probably using most of that wheat for food right away. Something we could do is we have the ability to ranch pigs. So we could put in a couple pig ranches and start utilizing those guys for some food. We got to just find a good spot for it. Maybe down over in here would be okay. That's outside the range of the forester. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll see if we can find a pig farm. There it is. Pig ranch. I'm going to grab the wild cards as I see them here because we will utilize those eventually. But pig ranch right here. A giant area, but we'll be able to still even utilize the water that's around. So this will be awesome to get that thing going. Hopefully get us a little bit more food coming in here. Tools are really low still. Not good. Let's see. Stone tools workshop. Let's put a sustainability book in there. And that should be okay for a little while here. We will keep our eyes on the stone tools. Look at that. We are pretty close. We may even want another stone tool shop. Let's go ahead and get another one going here. I would like to get to the blacksmith. So let's see if we can do that. Yep. We'll get the research started. We're about halfway there. So our blacksmith will be here shortly and we can get some little bit better tooling. So I think I'll just kind of hold off on creating another stone tool shop for a little while until we have that blacksmith shop. We have tons of iron ore, tons of coal. We'll be able to make some great iron tools once we get to that point. We do have our brick works researched. We are going to need a clay pit, however, for this thing to be able to be taken advantage of. But I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plop it in. And we'll go ahead and get a clay pit in here eventually. I think we will be able to put one right here. That should be fantastic. But what I want to do before we do any of that... Oh, yeah, we do have the ability to make the clay pit. So let's go ahead and let's go for clay. We got clay pit right there. Look at that. That'll be great. We'll plop that guy down right there. And then we can start taking advantage of the bricks. And just right away here, you can see that we can use bricks to upgrade our housing to further improve the heat efficiency. We have wood and coal gives plus 30% more heat. And then the stone insulation is plus 20% more heat. So together, plus 50% more heat. So that's going to be good, of course. That's going to burn up less coal, less wood. It's just going to be better in the long run for us. What we could do is purchase some tooling in the meantime here. And I think that's something that I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead. We'll say tool here. Got iron and stone tools. Let's buy some iron tools. I don't have a ton of money right now. Let's see if we can buy, it looks like 10 iron tools are going to be about what we can purchase. So let's go ahead and get some of those tools on the way. We had somebody die from starvation. That's not good. We don't want to start having that problem here. We are still working on our pig farm, and we can upgrade the work speed a little bit here with our speed boost. So let's do our mushroom farm, our fish, and that should be coming along pretty great. And I think this is going to be a good spot to call this episode of Kingdoms Reborn. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.